Check it out. Feel the rhythm of the bass bar. Better feel the rhythm of the bass bar. If any woman comes around from the west, coming up,
Good morning, good morning, good morning, DMT. It is me, your coach, Adisa Rains, and I'm here to give you a little bit more divine metaphysical teachings, okay? Today, we're going to be talking about how to mirror your news. Listen, there is something that I learned from this 3D world. And I learned a lot of things from the 3D world. In fact, I reverse engineer things into my heart so I can figure out what the fuck they trying to do, okay? So my grandmother, bless her heart, she loves stand up late at night watching Fox News. If you go into her home, even if she's sleeping, Fox News is still on because it keeps her company all night long. And I would talk to my grandmother all the time. Turn that shit off. Turn that shit off, because that is fucking with your subconscious mind. That is producing fear within your body and fear within your experience. And she never did, because she said, I had to stay. She said, baby, I got to stay connected to the world. I need to know what's going on in the world so I can adequately prepare myself. That is what she said. Now, here's the genius of my grandmother. Fear-based genius, but still genius. You see, she's absolutely right. Whatever messages you listen to, whatever news sources that you listen to, and you find them in your internal self credible, then they end up co-creating with you, and they end up co-creating your experience. Now, in the stock market, when I was in finances, let me tell you how the news and the stock market are tied together, so you can understand how this 3D matrix works. Okay, so let's say a water corporation, because that's where the money really is. The money really is in natural resources, because natural resources can't be duplicated. They're fucking unique. They're unique. They come from the fucking feminine. Okay, let me repeat that again. They can't be duplicated. They come from the feminine. So things like the water company, okay, they'll say, okay, listen, this is what we need to put on the news. This is what we need to put on the news tonight. We need to talk about how the water is unclean, and people need to buy water with fluoride in it, and then that's going to cause our stock to go up. Now, does this serve them? Yes. Now, you probably don't want to hear this because you don't think that this has anything to do with spirituality, because empaths have this bad habit of staying only in the 5D, but they don't want to see what the fuck is going on in the 3D. And if you want to grow the fuck up, and if you want to open up your heart-centered business, you're going to have to understand both worlds. You're going to have your foot in one and have your foot in the other, because you are the ruler of them both. And you're going to have to take accountability for that. So anyway, they are using their throat chakra to speak their truth, okay? And it is their truth, because they're warning, they are projecting onto you. They're saying, hey, we are speaking fear into you, and you are choosing to accept it, and that's going to bring money into our pocketbook. This is how the 3D world works. So what I'm asking you to do is I'm asking you to use the same fucking tactic, but use it from a heart-centered business standpoint. You see, when I speak my news, here's my news for my students. You will hear me tell them you finna have a fucking quantum leap. And if their heart is open, they're going to receive it energetically. They're going to receive that truth of faith that I sold into them, just like my grandmother receives their truth of fear that they sold into her. It's the same fucking concept, just different intention. These are metaphysical laws that you need to understand, okay? So I tell my students, you're going to have a fucking quantum leap. If their faith is there, they sow that seed within their heart. And then I guarantee it, they're going to come back to me and they're going to say, Adisa, oh my God, that quantum leap that you were talking about, I experienced it. And I'm going to say, I knew it because I did, because I understand how this energetic field works. It is like you have to be a farmer. And what seeds are you sowing into people's hearts? Are you sowing fear, or are you sowing faith? I woke up and I decided that I was going to sow faith. But in order for me to sow faith, I have to first put faith in myself. So I have to have the courage to sow seeds of faith out of you, out of my own throat chakra, because I fucking believe them. Because if I don't fucking believe them, it's not going to be a seed of faith and you're not going to be able to receive it. Now, speaking of this, because I understand this mirror, I understand that the seed that I sow, if it's an apple tree and you accept it, you're going to become a fucking apple tree. I understand that that's the motherfucking mirror based on the seed that I sowed. Well, the first thing I have to do is I have to make sure that I surround myself with people that mirror the intention that I want. So if I am saying to myself every motherfucking day, bitch, we finna have a prosperous motherfucking life. That is the news that we speaking today. We are going to have a prosperous life. I cannot have people surrounding me that don't speak prosperity. I cannot. Because if I'm accepting them into my life and they're not sowing prosperity, they're sowing something different in me. And I'm allowing it because I accepted them into my goddamn life. Now, you got to be honest with yourself about where you are spiritually. Are you at the point where you can have all the people around you that you love and they can sow as much fear as they want to and it doesn't affect you? Then you can still have them in your life. If it doesn't affect you, then have them in your motherfucking life. But if it is affecting you, if it's affecting your faith, if it's affecting your health, it's time for you to let that shit go until you heal. And then when you heal, they bullshit ain't gonna be able to bother you no more because you're gonna be able to coach them out of it. Now, if you are one of my dragons, that's what you're supposed to be doing. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Now, this group is my dragonflies. I like to call y'all dragonflies because I got to teach y'all how to fly first. I got to teach you how to surround yourself with energy that loves you. Because the first rule is that thou shalt put no other God before me, and you are the God and you shouldn't be putting no other person before you. I got to teach you how to love you first. You got to fly. First, love yourself. You got to fly. And then you become a dragon. Now, my students, I hope that this lesson is resonating within you. I hope that it's resonating within you. You better speak faith out of your mouth. Soon as you start speaking too much fear, I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't gonna really want to have you around me. As soon as you start all that faith, that fear shit, I'm gonna get you the fuck up out of my life. That's what I'm gonna do because I have a journey to go on. Now, let me go to some of these comments over here because I didn't even know y'all was saying nothing. Who is this? Good morning. Good morning. I don't know who that is. Good morning, beautiful to you too. Now, who texting me? God damn it. I don't. Somebody just text me. I'm on the live right now. I can't deal with that right now. So listen, you have to speak your truth out of your mouth. Speak your truth out of your mouth. Latoya, you're gonna have to text me later. I'm on the live right now, but you're gonna have to speak it out of your mouth. And when you see these people around you, make sure that they are mirroring the truth back to you. Because if they're not, you are not being intentional. See, your inside should match your outside. So make sure that they're lining up. That's what alignment is all about. That is really alignment. I make sure that the people around me are lined up with what I'm supposed to be doing. If they're not, I don't have them in my life because I had to be real with myself and say, hey, are you still susceptible to self-doubt? And I am. I know what areas I am in. And I clear that shit up. I fix it. I work on it constantly. I battle my demon each and every single day. And if there's a part of me or a reflection of me that I don't like, I examine it first within myself. I figure out how is it still in me, and then I eliminate it within me. And when I eliminate it in me, they typically automatically leave my life. That's typically what they do. I hope that makes sense to you guys. I love you, and this message was just for you. Bye-bye, guys.